All right, this is OneLastMidnight coming back to you with another episode of Astroneer 1.0. Today we're going to look at the comparison of the vehicles. We're going to look all the way from the tractor all the way up to the large rover, show you what they can do. I hope you guys enjoy it. So here are the vehicles that you can build in Astroneer, ranging from very small all the way to very large. We have the tractor, we have the buggy, the medium rover, and the large rover. And so they all differ. Now the tractor says it's a rough terrain vehicle. This is probably the first vehicle that you're going to wind up getting. It's very easy to build, and you can put a little trailer on it so that you can carry stuff. Otherwise, the tractor in and of itself only has 2 connection ports. And if you're building just a tractor, probably what you're going to do is you're going to have your power up here, and you're only going to have room for one spot, one resource, which is not going to be very useful. So you're going to have to want to build the trailer to go along with it to allow you to drag something that's slightly bigger. So, you know, any 2 connection port item you can stick on there, whether it be research, whether it be, you know, you happen to come across a solar panel or a wind turbine out as you're exploring, you could attach onto there, and you can put multiples on, you know, 2, 3, 4. The most we've had on there is 3. I think the vehicle is okay. It's a rough terrain driver. You can go over rough terrain with it. I think with a trailer on there, the driving is actually a little bit stiff, in my opinion. Backing up is a little bit difficult. The connection point seems to be the driving factor. Like, you'll get a jackknife here. It's a little bit tricky to get used to. Otherwise, it does pretty well over rough terrain. It can handle this rough terrain, no problem. Power consumption is okay. I mean, it's not that bad. If you look at the power consumption on the side, it's not going down super quick, but it does eat up power. I think it actually eats up power a little bit more than the buggy, but maybe I'm wrong. I didn't actually check to see exactly where I started from, so maybe not. Maybe the power consumption is less than the buggy, but that's the tractor. So the tractor, like I said, one of the first items you're probably going to get. The next is the buggy. The buggy only really has these 2 connection points, only can hold 1 resource item, and your power. I tend to put an extra organic on here just in case I run out of power with this one. It tends to be quicker. Actually, you know, to be honest with you, it's pretty agile in mountainous area. In previous 10.5, I was able to climb up large mountains. You know, it doesn't go as smoothly up the mountain as the tractor does, but it's not bad, right? The power consumption is really good. You could go a pretty fair distance on this before you have to repower it up. And, you know, I don't know, I think it's a little bit faster. I feel it's a little bit forgiving as a vehicle. You know, the problem is it's not very usable other than for exploration, mainly because it doesn't have any space. But nice vehicle to have. The next is the medium rover. The medium rover is kind of interesting. It's you know, it has the 2 connections. It actually has a slot of 4 of these. So I like to put my power up front, have an extra power, and it allows me to have those 2 extra spots available. So if I wanted to have, I came across 2 research items I wanted to drag back with me, I could have the 2 research items on there. I can have a combination of any kind of power or a battery if I wanted more power. You could even then turn around with this configuration and put the seat on the front, have a large storage that gives you more storage, and be able to have, I don't know, you know, some sort of configuration like this. It's a little bit tricky to power when you don't have the power in the front, because this front area allows you to turn on and off the power with the C and the V key, because that's for the front ports. But at least I could drive around like this. The problem with this vehicle is that it consumes power pretty quickly. You notice I just went around in a circle, and the power is dissipating quickly. Let me put this down, get this configuration back to where it's supposed to be so I can turn the power on and off, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So just to give you an idea of the power consumption in this, little bit of driving, a lot of power consumption. So you're quickly going to burn through power. So organic generator, maybe not the best option for powering this. It will power this vehicle in a bind. You're just going to have a lot of organic. The best part of this vehicle is that it's got a lot of space to it. And so the last is the large rover. Now the large rover is, you know, the top of the pie. You've got, what is it, 4 connectors on there. So you could even put a mobile shredder. Of course, that mobile shredder is going to suck an enormous amount of power, or additional storage, or if you wanted to have your extra wide storage on there, you can have your extra large storage, and that way it'll give you even more options to carry stuff. I mean, there's a lot of things that you could do with this configuration. This vehicle also is an absolute power hog. As you drive it around, it just eats up the power. So you're going to need to have yourself some sort of secondary power. Even if I turn this on, you can see it barely keeps even. I'm running my organic generator and it's barely keeping the power charged. As soon as I let off the gas, I'll get a little bit of power, but then it just starts consuming it right away. It's kind of fascinating. We built the RTG. The RTG is the way to go. If you could build the RTG, this will give you endless power to any of these vehicles. Now, I didn't try a mobile shredder, and I happen to have some things that I could shred here. But I'm curious, if I switch to power units, will this power the mobile shredder as well as, let me rotate the shredder around, but as well as be able to get the vehicle going. So I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to drive the vehicle as well. And look, the power is not going down. The power did not go down, didn't dissipate. So I mean, really the option for powering vehicles is the best option for powering vehicles is this RTG, but the RTG is so hard to make. You need to be able to have access to several different gases and several different resources off planet to be able to get to this stage. But once you get to this stage, you definitely have a power unit that can supply any number of power to any one of these vehicles. So building the rovers, building the vehicles, what is it going to cost to create the vehicles? When am I going to be able to get these vehicles? The tractor, like I said, is going to be number 1. Aluminum is found on Silva, no problem. So all you have to do is get yourself 2 aluminum, boom, you have yourself a tractor. And the trailer is 1 aluminum, 1 compound. So very easy, very quickly, you can have a vehicle roaming around the planet, no problem. If you wanted to wait and open up the research for the Buggy is 1 aluminum, 1 compound, which is not that bad of a deal. Once you get the research for the medium rover, then we get into a little bit of chemistry here. You have to do, on the chemistry lab, you have to create a rubber and a plastic. Not that hard to do, to be honest with you. And then you can create the medium rover. Again, power's an issue with the medium rover, but no problem. You can figure it. You'll wind up figuring it out. The large rover is created on the large printer. And a large rover is going to take 2 rubber and 2 aluminum alloy. The alloy, again, is not that hard. You can create it on Silva. Aluminum alloy is aluminum and copper, and you can have the large rover. So it's all a matter of the number of bytes you want to spend. Obviously, each vehicle is a different price in bytes than the last one. So the tractor is going to be the quickest to unlock, and then the Buggy, medium, and large rover will be the more expensive in that order. All right, well, I hope you guys found that information useful. It'll help you get started with the vehicles in Astroneer. You guys can pick whatever one you want to use, obviously. I think it's kind of apparent which one you're going to start off with. But if you haven't already, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, join our community. And you can find the links to all my social media in the description below. We'll see you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Please remember to hit that like button if you liked the video, and subscribe to our channel so you can stay on top of all of our latest video releases. I release content almost every day. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.